system. And Rykad Minoris itself is also not responding to our hails. But what is most alarming is that our augurs have intercepted signals from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet.
The situation is not very encouraging. But without a navigator, a tech priest, and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Therefore, we must go to the planet and the novice nobilite station and find out what in the void is going on.
So we have to go to Novice Nobilite.
The assembled officers salute you as one.
Your lordship, there is one other thing. A confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora.
Abelard hesitates.
Your eternally esteemed predecessor brought the ship here, to this system, for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything? And I shall tell you, the Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Coronis expanse.
So I will be honored to fulfill the Inquisitor's commission. What is? He asked from Theodora.
Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Heinrich Van Calix. An interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in this system, that we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, and then deliver him to footfall in the Furibundus system. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system, either the novice nobilite or the governor of Rykad Minoris, may know something. That is all of it, your lordship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but it is a mere taste of the daily burden of a rogue trader. Soon you must take up the reins of the Von Valancius Protectorate.
Abelard gives you another scrutinizing look, as if trying to gauge how long you will hold out under this mountain of problems. His face softens slightly, and it seems he is about to offer some words of encouragement.
Idira? Sister Argenta? Explain yourselves.
The Sister of Battle grimly nods toward Idira.
The Psyker is suffering some ailment, or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judged that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised.
For a brief moment, Sister Argenta's voice sounds hesitant.
I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Speak with me when you have time, rogue trader.
Idira's glazed eyes rove over those assembled. One word bursts from her lips.
Daybreak.
Idira, come to your senses. Abelard, bring the wish to heal. If there is nothing else of value to report, I declare this briefing concluded. It is time to get to work. Now I want this. Idira, come to your senses.
Damn it.
Idira presses her fingers to her temples in desperation.
Why, your lordship? Here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future, and it hit me so hard. My head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way, and I can't make out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out, daybreak, or maybe it's dawn, and it's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell, but if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark?
We cannot extract any information of value from a single word. Can you tell us anything else, Mistress Class?
No, not yet anyway. The voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make sense of any of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report it, all right? Lord Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into your future, find me on the bridge and we can talk. Lady Theodora was well served by my whispers on many occasions, and I'm sure you would benefit from them as well.
The Psyker's bitten lips stretch into a wry smile.
If there is nothing else of value to report, I declare this briefing concluded. It is time to get to work. Alright. So let's see what we need to do. So we have here Master Helmsman, Henrik, Vox, Abelard. Yes, Idira, Argenta, to the Lord Captain's quarter, to another compartment. Okay. So, quests. What quest do we have to do? Can we hide the... No, we cannot. So, Looking for trouble. A matter of utmost importance led the interrogator of the Inquisition, Henry's von Kallox, to the Rykad system. The rogue trader duty as a loyal servant of the Imperium is to find the interrogator and aid him in his mission. Since his whereabouts are currently unknown, it may be easier said than done. So we need to 1. Visit Rykad Philia, the prison planetoid. May have caught the interrogator's attention. Make contact with the Navis Nobili station. The navigators abode could have been a plausible destination for an interrogator of the Ordo Xenox. The station's residents may tell the rogue trader if they are playing host to such a guest. And another one, the interrogator must have visited Rykad Minoris. Perhaps the planetary governor knows of his present whereabouts or planned course of action. And we also have Battle Sister personal quest. Argenta asked the rogue trader to talk with her on the ship as soon as the opportunity arises. Better not put it off for too long. So the crew losses suffered during the cultist raid can be remedied on Rykad. Okay, that the voice ship requires a new engines here. So let's go talk with Argenta first. She was here. Argenta, let's talk with her.
Rogue trader.
Let's first tell me about yourself. Let's find out.
About me? I am the Emperor's daughter and his servant. What else is there to tell about me?
Whoa, Emperor's daughter. Okay, that's big. So how did you end up on Theodora's ship?
I first came here when I found myself in need of passage from Footfall to a remote planet. But I imagine what interests you is not that first journey, but rather what brought me aboard prior to the cultist attack. That story is complicated. It just so happened that I made a mistake. In a moment of laxity, I was ambushed by the accursed followers of the archenemy. I was badly wounded. Lady Theodora came to my aid and brought me aboard her ship, where crew attended to me in my weakened state. It all happened not too long ago. I had barely recovered from my wounds when the cultists struck. Truly, the servants of evil know no rest. There is no place where we can be safe from their machinations.
Where did this happen?
On one of the recently discovered planets in the Expanse. No one suspected that it had already been tainted by the filth of heresy. Had I known it beforehand, of course I would have been on my guard.
So what was like traveling on Theodora's ship?
I hadn't been here that long. Just one journey from Footfall, and the other journey, the majority of which I spent in the confines of the medbay. I can't tell you much about the first voyage. I was more focused on prayers and ruminations than on the people around me, or the journey itself. During the last journey, Seneschal Viserion stood out for me. He came by several times to ask about my health. He's an honorable man and a loyal servant of the Imperium. I think he is as meticulous in his inspections of the logistics systems as he is in his inquiries about the health of the occasional Sister of Battle aboard the ship. But not all of Theodora's people have earned my trust. You know who I'm talking about. There is no place for Idira Tlas among the God Emperor's faithful. I'm surprised she wasn't in league with the cultists. And I'm equally surprised by how deep heresy and treason run in this place. I'm glad we all made it through that dark hour. May the day that follows be bright.
So what happened to the people who wounded you? Did Theodora's men eliminate them?
Sadly, they did not. Lady Theodora was in a hurry and chose not to stay on the planet. Her people took me to a ship while I was unconscious, and when I came to my senses, we were already flying away. How I pray to come face to face with those heretics once more, and it's bound to happen someday.
Well, we could go to that planet and deal with the Chaos worshippers.
The path to that planet was lost. All the knowledge is gone, along with the previous navigator. It would take immense effort and resources to rediscover the route. The heir to the von Valanci's protectorate must have plenty of other issues to deal with right now. Perhaps later, when the skies above our heads have cleared.
Is it difficult for you to accept that you made a mistake?
It happens even to the best of us. My mistakes are my burden to bear. I'll find a way to atone for them.
Well, I don't have any more questions. Thank you.
As you wish.
Actually, I do. Tell me about the Adeptas Sororitas. So this one is where she came from.
Gladly. There are none more faithful to the God Emperor than my sisters. We fight against his enemies by the will of the Holy Ecclesiarchy. I beg your pardon, rogue trader. Here I am talking about what every lesser noble in the Imperium knows. So what exactly are you interested in hearing about?
They say the Adeptas Sororitas are the fiercest in their faith among the warriors of the Imperium. Is that true?
It is. The Sisters of Battle are a fire lit by the God Emperor. They are the echo of his voice that travels through the dark expanses of the universe. We bring his wrath to heretics, mutants, and other enemies of humanity. We protect the faithful from the unholy and unhallowed. Sometimes with words, more often than not with a bolter.
Are all sisters truly as faultless as you say?
Even the novices of the Adeptus Sororitas are drawn from among the most worthy. Those who have taken the vows and become a full-fledged sister are the best of the best, tested by trials of body and spirit. Yes, there have been cases when a sister stumbled or showed weakness, but do not expect to hear a story of depravity or downfall from me. Each such occurrence is a great tragedy for us all. Light cannot bear the smallest speck of darkness within. And thus those who have trespassed or shown weakness of spirit are given a chance at redemption. They are called Sisters Repentia, and may the enemy tremble before her, for nothing can stop a sister of battle who yearns to be cleansed of faults and weakness.
Go on.
Wearing nothing but robes, no armor, eviscerator in hand, those sisters who have once faltered find repentance on the battlefield. Their lives are seldom long, but a death in the name of purgation is a better fate than to live with a shadow in one's soul.
What orders are you from?
Once I had completed my novitiate, I was sent to the Calixian branch of the Order of Our Martyred Lady, assigned to the Order's Pronatus. The Order's mission is vital and noble. The Sisters Pronatus protect great relics of the Imperium. We guard them, preserve them, escort them when they are brought onto the battlefield or presented for pilgrims to venerate. And we seek out the relics that have been lost. Neither a coven of heretics, nor the most wicked death world can deter Sisters Pronatus when their goal is to return a piece of the great legacy of the Imperium into the hands of the faithful.
Okay, Lord Imperium succeeded. So the Order Pronatus is not one of the Order Militant, and yet you are a trained fighter.
Don't let the name deceive you. The Order's militant trains sisters to march onto the battlefield as an army. That does not make sisters who belong to the non-militant orders timid and helpless. Both the solace-bringing Sisters Hospitaller and the enlightened Sisters Dialogus know how to greet enemies of humanity. Their dialogue with heretics is usually quite short, with the last word being a bolter discharge. And my order has all the more reason to be known for the martial prowess of its sisters. We are the keepers of the Imperium's relics. What would become of our blessed hero's legacy if the Sisters Pronatus could not protect it?
You said you belong to the Calixian branch of your order. What brought you to the Coronus Expanse?
The order sent me to Footfall. My undertaking was to assist the local priesthood of Drusians in caring for a sacred reliquary that had been there since the time of Parsimus Duane, the station's founder.
So are there any other members of Adepta Sororitas in the Coronus Expanse?
None that I'm aware of, but the Sisterhood's orders are many, and can operate independently of one another, sending their sisters wherever their presence is needed as deemed by the Ecclesiarchy. Perhaps somewhere in the Lord Inquisitor's retinue, may his path be blessed, my sisters perform their duty as we speak. I wish it were so. Even a single evening spent in joint prayer and training would bring me joy.
I have no more questions about the Sisterhood.
Should any more arise, keeping them to yourself would be imprudent. It is a virtue to take an interest in holiness.
Yeah, that's good. What is that's keeping you in my retinue?
The ship was targeted by heretics, which means that my presence here and the assistance I provide to you are my sacred duty. Sooner or later, I will likely have to return to Footfall to protect its reliquary, but for now, I wish to remain a part of the Rogue Trader's crew.
So it pleases me to have a servant. I enjoy your company. You might be of use to me, and so I have no problem. Yeah, let's go with her. Oh no, actually, let's go. I enjoy your company, Argenta.
Those are very courteous words, Rogue Trader. Thank you, both for your words and your hospitality.
You said you have a personal request for me.
I indeed have a request, Rogue Trader. The accursed servants of Chaos who assaulted this ship took the lives of your loyal crew members, and they orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their posts until the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices there are for cases like this in Von Valancius territory, but in the world I'm familiar with, the children of such brave souls could expect to receive some special consideration. Perhaps the Rogue Trader could meet with the orphans?
Make arrangement. I will meet them in person. So, let's go.
I will pass on your instructions. Thank you for taking my request to heart.
The motley group of adolescents do not take their eyes off you, gazing at you as if you were a creature straight from a fairy tale.
Our indefatigable sister has been keeping an eye on these pups.
Abelard glances at the gathered children.
It is hardly the Schola Progenium in here, but we have provided the orphans on our ship with adequate care and instruction.
Argenta is standing to the side of the group. At your approach, she perks up and announces, her voice ringing.
Brave ones, the master of the ship has appeared before you, the one who guides it through the darkness of the universe by the Emperor's will. Greet your Lord Captain, the Rogue Trader of House Von Valancius.
You notice Infernus Master Einrich Montag standing a few paces away from the orphans. He watches you with approval and bows respectfully when you meet his gaze.
Infernus Master, do you serve as a teacher in your spare time? grandly addresses the group. I, the rogue trader, smile at the group. Your Lord Captain greets you, brave ones. This one.
Not at all, your lordship. I'm just looking out for them. It's the Infernus way to help folks in trouble. It's our job, after all. So we chip in rations here and there and make sure nobody gives them a hard time. We take the older ones into the clan's care if they want. Many in the guild are not our family by blood, but by circumstance.
Smile at the group.
The teenagers keep staring at you. A girl who has remained close to Argenta smiles uncertainly. A skinny pale lad tries to throw his shoulders back and stand at attention like a soldier. Only a few teenagers at the far end of the row seem sullen and not particularly impressed. One of the scowling visitors with a thin scar across his face tosses his head back and says bitterly,
So what? Why should we care? Our friends and parents died in their dozens for you noble lot, and you just give us speeches.
Argenta quickly turns to the boy. A flurry of emotions flashes in her dark eyes, like she wants both to calm him and scold him for his impudence.
I want to be nice with them because they are orphans. If you have things to say, say them without fear. I will listen.
The boy smiles grimly.
It doesn't matter what we say, it won't bring our parents back. And it won't change our fates either. We'll keep slaving away on this ship until we drop and die like our folks. Or worse.
I understand your grief and dismay. Your parents died. It's not an easy thing to go through. But they gave their lives for the truth, for the good of the whole ship, for the Imperium. Do not speak of their honorable fate with anger and disdain. When the heretics who killed your parents attacked the ship, I was there. I took command, I fought and repelled the assault as quickly as I could, but no war can be won without losses. You can only strive to do what is within your power. The strong have the power to decide the fate of others. The weak either obey or die. Oh. This one. I understand your grief and dismay.
You heard the rogue trader. His words carry the wisdom of the Imperium.
It's hard to say whether or not your words have left an impression on the boy, but he nods slowly. Then he catches himself and gives you an awkward bow. Abelard gives a sign, and servants immediately emerge carrying packaged treats with Von Valancius emblazoned on the wrappers. It appears that the Argenta rubs her temple pensively. She smiles and offers a few more words of encouragement, then leaves the bay.
Alright. So we talk with her. Let's go see the master now. Let's start to know my crew.
The tall man before you appears to be woven from tendons and muscle. Blue-veined snake under his white, almost dove-colored skin, and his scalp and chin are covered in cropped white hair. His neck and shoulders are wrapped in wires that hint at the presence of neural connectors under his uniform. The officer's face seems to be twisted in a perpetual grimace of annoyance and anger, but he greets you with a respectful nod.
Lord Captain. Master Helmsman Raver, at your service.
So remind me, who are you?
I'm the Master Helmsman, Lord Captain. I stand at the wheel of this here tub, your vessel, and bark commands at the idiots who tend to its related systems. In layman's terms, I'm the one who stops us from running into an asteroid or a disruptive gravitational wave when we're traveling through the void.
So do you control the ship in real space?
I wish that was my only job. I have to steer her through the warp too, but most of the credit for that goes to the navigator. The warp's a nightmare, always tossing up something new all my years at the helm. They count for nothing in there. My part's small enough I just monitor our systems, follow the charted route, and I don't kick up a fuss when new orders come in from the navigator's sanctum. Real space, now that's where I keep my eyes peeled. Gravitational anomalies, void currents, hard radiation, that kind of shit shows up everywhere. Thank the Emperor, the augurs on this vessel are holding up, and so far we've been able to spot if something bad's coming our way.
Who are the idiots you are in charge of? That's enough for now.
Right you are, Lord Captain.
So you are void-born, are you not?
That I am. Born into a Helmsman clan in the bowels of a Chartist vessel. Studied the family trade until I was 15, then my entire clan was butchered in a mutiny by lower hold scum. They spared the young UNS, of course they did. Kids with implanted connectors make great navigational servitors. But I was having none of it, they weren't going to make a servitor out of me, so I escaped into the crawlways. And then I spent months picking them off, one after the other.
Raver stops abruptly.
You got me talking up a storm. Anyway, yes, I'm a voidborn.
Finish your story.
Raver stays silent for a few seconds.
Not much to tell. I gutted everyone I could get to, and then I fled upward, to the middle decks. That's where the augur operators took me under their wing. They have apprentice helmsmen of their own up there, you see. Nobody asked me any questions, so I stayed. I grew up, trained, got smarter. Then ended up a junior helmsman. A dozen years later, Danrock spotted me and lured me away, the cheeky blighter.
So tell me about the Voidborn.
Raver winces and rubs his temple.
Lord Captain, I mean no disrespect, but you'd do better to find someone with a knack for conversation, like Ptolemy, the new Vox Master. I ain't the talking type, I just get the ship where she needs to go. Best let folks stick to what they do best.
Alright. But I don't care that.
Lord Captain.
Raver acknowledges you with a nod and turns away.
Let's see Heinrich quickly. Get an idea about Heinrich.
The Infernus master nonchalantly lights a low stick from a thermal cutter and spreads his arms in a welcoming gesture.
Heinrich Montag, at your service.
He smells of cinders and low, his face is sooty, and his belt is laden with a number of heavy tools. You would have taken him for a laborer if it weren't for the greasy and ragged officer's uniform.
So how did you come to be in the service of Von Palencius dynasty?
Not in the usual way. My ancestors wronged yours and were appointed Inferni as a result. Hard labor, deadly risks, plenty of opportunities to atone. Those criminals have been dead for generations, but we are still serving their time. Maybe we will find redemption one day.
Tell me more about the Infernus Guild.
What interests you the most? Our duty, our state-of-the-art equipment, or our vibrant traditions?
How is the guild organized?
The Infernus service is split into different brigades according to duties. The heart of the guild are, of course, our liquidators, tough guys with nerves of steel, who put out fires and pull people from the flames. Others are repairmen, dealing with problems like jammed doors, fuel leaks, or broken vents. And then there's the walking inspectors, who check the decks to make sure that nothing is blocking any passages or access to communication lines.
State-of-the-art equipment? That sounds interesting.
The Infernus master smiles guiltily.